Good afternoon. If you're looking at MrTacpans's and you can't figure out why the shirt is half off, well, I leaned over yesterday and it fell on my head. So it didn't do much damage. Just broke my glasses, but that's okay. I still feel great. I just feel like I had a V8. Here's the V. Here's V8. I could have had a V8 and gone out for Halloween at the same time. I wanted to talk to you about numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and how they came about to be in actuality. In actuality, if there was one dot, then that would be the 1. Okay? The 3 would be only what the dot wants to create. So the thought of what the mind wants to created that second dot we call 3. Then we had the master dot, in which the master dot, okay, is the one who wants to create, okay, and he wants to be able to control. So he creates that spirit, okay. Then from the creation and the spirit, okay, for the first 9, we need one more element to make this work. Okay, what we need is a 4th corner. What do we cover the 4th corner with? What is that 9? That 9 is the yellow 9. Okay, why is it the yellow 9? Because number 1, the number 1 ball in full is yellow. The number 9 ball in full is yellow. It has to do with what God needs to create the 4 corners in order to create the world we are in. That's why I'm always talking about 4 angels, and although the angel is the first letter and it should be A, but that would be the spirit angle, okay? It would be the 4 angles together with spirit connects the 2 sides, okay? So what actuality we have is that now we have 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are really just nothing, because 7 can exist all alone and he can be his own spirit. So let's take that out of the number system. Then we're left with 2, 4, 6, and 8. Well, 2 is the creation of the other world. Forget about that. Okay. 4 are the 4 angles to put together the world. Since you're putting together nothing, forget about that. 6 is when the 2 worlds are connected in 6. A man goes east and west, or whatever you created go east and west and north and south. So we don't need that if God wasn't going to create. And we definitely don't need the 2 heavens coming together if God wasn't going to create. Okay? There's only 2 numbers. Okay? If God really wants to think about creating, the only 2 numbers he actually needs is 666. Why 666? Because look, we have to travel from this side of the card to this side of the card. We have to travel from this side of the card to this side of the card. Okay? And we got to travel across in life. Okay? So what has to happen is one of the dice has to be put this way as a 6. Okay? The other one gets put underneath it as a 6. Then on top of them, they put the 2 worlds together, and we get, well, I'm supposed to have another card. Do I have another card? Anybody want to come join? And then it's funny that I would pick up the 10 card, eh? And now you would have the space in between and what God thought of creating, taking the yellow world and putting it together to make our blue world that we're in. So one of the 6s is man, because man has to have the 4 corners, okay, because he has to create the birth. He has to create himself. He walks, he lives. Man is automatically a 6 just because he lives. And then whatever he does in his life, that's another 6. Okay? And he is the God of himself. That's another 6. The only 6 that's missing in 666 will never happen. It can't happen. It's an explanation of the total equation. An explanation of the total equation is the 10 card. In Baccarat, they count this as 0 because it's an explanation. This world creates the 4 angles eventually to become the center world, right here, in here. Okay, so this one explains it. So that's where we get. Now the other 666 is, well, it's pretty simple. Okay, if 1666 is existing here, then the existence of our world, okay, going back and forth with all the energies. I don't know exactly how it works. I know how it's built. I don't know how it works. Okay, it goes both ways, and it goes north and south. That's the way it travels. Man travels east and west. Now, hey, they're going to hit. They don't hit. We're not at the same levels. There's a suction in the center. Where the 5-hole is, it's like a wind tunnel. You want to talk about fast? You haven't seen fast yet. How fast do our computers work? How fast? This is fast. In fact, it has the answer when it's put out. Nanoseconds for old Nana, for old Granny, for old Zadie. What, you think these names of Bubby and Zadie were there just because they were? Are you kidding? The Middle East is so far included in this thing. There's only 2 worlds that exist. Europe and the Middle East and Africa. That's basically it. That's really, there is no other world. We do not exist in North America. We're the top of the P. We're the pea soup. North America is the sour pea soup. Amer in French is sour. Amer. Ika. Ik. Fish disease. Whoa, baby. Whoa. Anyways, along with 6, 7 has to exist. If you're creating, 7 has to exist. 7 and 6 are explanations. Man exists because there's an east-west. There's the 4 corners, means that they brought 2 other worlds together, and each of those worlds, they had a spirit world to connect to them. So that nothing goes by inside the matrix. We look for no viruses, no damage. Everything is protected. We pass only through the spirit. We connect to a main central system, and only that system can go down. Nothing gets by that system. Talk about the housefly. Anyways, the 7 exists, okay, because to connect man into all this world, we needed that extra dot to connect both worlds together to create the man. We get the 7. Then all of a sudden, all these worlds now become gods, because if you take any one of these worlds away of the creation of man, we don't exist. And I call that world the 437. Why the 437? You know, well, when you take a pair of dice and you throw them and you get a 437, you get a 527, you get a 167. Sometimes the dice is turned sideways. So that brings together the I in the dot of the 7 that you don't see. Craps, C-R-A-P-S. I haven't done this in a while, the letter count, so bear with me. This is all fresh. C3, R18, 21, A1, 22, P16, 38, S19, 48, 56, craps. 5 spirit, 6 man, craps, 11. In craps, there's really only 2 ways to throw an 11, and that's a 6-5 and a 5-6. But then again, if the dice were turned, I tell you which world they were coming out of. In the crap table, all the corners are rounded. The dice are square. We live in an octagon world that's made up of majority of 2, 4, 6 triangles that I call the Mug and David world. Why? Because I believe the Mug and David was found somewhere in the Middle East. 2 gentlemen were looking out into the stars, and one looked and he saw a star, and it looked like a jewel. The other gentleman looked up and he saw the same star. He thought it was a gem. He ran to his wife. He says, "Oh my God, my wife, I found a jewel star. Tonight I will make a prayer on the jewel star." The other man gets back and he tells his wife, he says, "Oh my God, I found a gem of many stars. Gem of many stars." And he had a dream that night with the gem of many stars. And the man with the dream of the jewel star, he had a wish. A jewel and a wish made a Jewish star. The next night they come out to the same mountain. The 2 astronomers are looking into the sky, and they say to each other, "Look, the jewel star." The other one goes, "The Germany star." Germany, gem of many, Jew wish, jewel of many, jewel wish star. and the Germany star, and the Germans against the Jews. All told in the stars. I'm telling you how the story is now, but this was probably seen thousands of years ago. I didn't even look up yet. I didn't even turn my page. I'm only telling you what makes sense. Oh my God! I was scared. I thought man went to the moon. Oh, what a dream. Oh my God. The only thing he did was this. He went up one way, came back the other way, made a big splash. Everyone then hurrah. And all the paid newscasters and all the bought-out television stations, of course, in a winding web on how to control the world. There is no control, Obama. Open up now, Mr. Obama. Sorry, I didn't finish with all the sevens, and one of those sevens is Obama. There are 5 sevens, because there are 4 worlds that created one world, and each of those worlds there is a 7 value. And that's why when you play the slot machines, there are 5 sevens, there are even 7 sevens. And the reasons for the 7 sevens, okay, is because when you count the 3 dots, when you count the 1 dot here on the 3 card, there are 3 dots. Okay? On the 9 card, there are 4 dots on this side, 3 dots in the center, 4 dots on this side. That's the way the card fills in, which makes the total amount of rows, okay, as 7 rows. 3 by 7, 21. Add the 1 to 6 on the dice, 21. Yeah, Obama, open up. Tell the people, if 1 million people, there's 311 million people in the U.S., if 200 million of them walked up to the doors and said, that's it, it's over, we're calling in the Geist. Why do I trust the Geist? Because I like their work. I think they do good. Don't make too many changes when you get there. Why don't the Americans have money? Well, I don't know, but I can see years in advance that I'm selling billions to China and everybody else, and they're still working for $1 an hour, and we're still giving out 18 bucks an hour, and we still can't live on 18 bucks an hour because everything's so expensive. We want everything new instead of cleaning up the old we have. We're used to only getting the new. Wake up and straighten everybody out, Rock. Call him the Rock Obama. Listening to everybody. Do you ever see? He's whiter now than he ever was before. Some nights he's really a dark brown. But that's when he's nervous inside and the oils start penetrating through the skin. He's never sure when he's telling the truth. And he's never sure if he can understand anything about the lie. Anyways, what I want to get to next is the squeeze effect of the I letter. Okay, the squeeze effect of the I letter. Am I showing you the right one? Here's the I letter, okay? That's actually, okay, 3 parts of a 6. I'm going to show you 3 parts of a 6. Oh, did I tell you before that it's 3 worlds? Okay, you crisscross this way to bring the 2 worlds connected into your world, and then you have your passage, and then you have your heavens, north and south. So when you hold up the 6 this way, you see the 3 circles, okay? And you put 1 dot in the center, it connects both sides. So doesn't it look squeezed and it creates the triangles? That's how the actual triangle came to be. Okay, I want to show you another design. Do I have another design here somewhere? No, I don't. I don't have another design, so I will design it in front of you. Okay. Now, am I up there? Okay. Now that's the 6 with a 1 dot in the center. Now, how in the world does the 1, 2, 3 come to the 5 and meet the bottom 3 round circles? So what actually happens is it does that, if you can see. Can you see what it does? Almost like the Hilton Hotel, okay? Almost like a half C splitting the seas, and man goes east-west, okay? So now that you do that, if you take a good look, you create the letter E. It looks a little bit like a 3, and at the same time, you create the sign for the euro dollar, okay? And then if we add one more, isn't that what the star reflection looks like, the 8 directions? Isn't that what it is? It's all pretty simple. I mean, I still have to go over, this video is almost done. The dog pound, the 9 legs of the cat litter, the wolf, the fox, the Red Riding Hood, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, bell, pool, bowling, baseball, hockey, football, music, songs, soccer ball, card games, colors, pools,